Shame the devil. I love being black. All right, all right, all right, all right. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth. Shame the devil. Come on in. We got a show with our dear sister, Sister Erica, Sister Doris. They promised me they won't be on here long tonight. They just want to get their point out, and I'm gonna help them. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. We got a great show tonight. Great show tonight. Make sure you hit the like button. I need you guys to hit the like button. Hit the like button. This is live, uncut, unedited. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Angelia Moore, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Sharon, here. Okay. All right. Now, one of y'all got Facebook.
I'm ready, good. I'm ready.
Yeah, one of y'all got to turn it down. I hear echo. Yeah. Debbie Liggins, I see you. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Candy Apple, I see you. Candy Apple. Make sure you hit the like button. Miss Summer. What's going on, Miss Summer? Yeah, they was moving. Yup, they was moving furniture. I was waiting around with them all day. I should have waited at nighttime. I could have got them and asked them what they was doing. But I'm gonna get them tomorrow, though. I'm gonna get them tomorrow. I was out there waiting today. Sharon Hill, but we're gonna talk about it. Sharon Hill, it's live, uncut, unedited. All right, my YouTube, Chocolate Deluxe. Make sure you hit that like button and share on YouTube. Cassandra Clark, I told you guys I need 200 likes tonight. Lovely Drea. How you doing? How you doing? Miss Moet. Rose Wiles. What's up, Miss Moet? Daryl Shelton. What's up? Missy Gavin. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Let me get pin this. We got two guests tonight. Well, y'all know them. Y'all know them better than I do. Sister Doris and Sister Erica, they're gonna come tonight and update up some things that's going on in the community and what's going on in the city of Chicago. Y'all come on in. We got 75 people in here so far. That's great. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to scream out some more names. All right. All right, people, come on in. Y'all scared to say something? Come on in. We're going to get started. We're definitely going to get started. Make sure y'all share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Oh, we got 19 shares. That's great. That's great. Share the video. Hit the like button. That's great. 19 shares. That's great. That is great. Great. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, people. Is that was that Diane Scott? I hope I pronounced it right. Vanessa Smith. Evelyn Williams. All right, Missy again. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. We got 50-some people. We had 70-some people in. Y'all tuning. Y'all thought y'all was seeing a crime scene, but we're going to talk about a crime scene today in here. People breaking into abandoned buildings and stuff like that. They doing that probably all over the city. Ain't no telling. And then the Mexicans, they've been doing it. They've been going in these houses, rebuilding them, and taking over. They've been doing them. Tell you. They have been doing this stuff. I warned y'all what they was doing. I told you what they was doing. Know it. For real. We're going to, Sister Doris, you guys, we're going to get started. We're not going to wait on these people. We'll get started. We'll just start talking first, then we'll show the video a little later. Marie Sterling. All right. Lisa Campbell. Kanika Robertson. What's going on? Jewel Smith. Marilyn, Miss Marilyn. All right. Booney Williams. All right, can y'all hear me? This is Erica Selena Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead and start talking.
Go ahead, sister. Okay, so Brother Martin, why don't you lead today since you got the inside scoop on what happened?
All right. Now listen. So this is the deal. Now we got the migrants. We got to admit, Sister Erica, Sister Doris. Should no migrants? Illegal economic immigrants. Right, illegal immigrants. I call them illegal immigrants. Illegal economic immigrants should not be homeless. None of them. All the money that has been allocated toward them, none of them should be homeless. So why is it that they breaking in buildings now, abandoned buildings, going in there fixing them up? Why is that? And the police not doing anything? The building inspectors not doing anything? What's going on?
The alderman.
The alderman? What's going on? That's the problem I have.
The mayor.
I was on 79th and Essex today. I rode past that 3 or 4 times. I was waiting, but there's some plumbers in the back alley. So they probably working on that building too, doing the plumbing as well, sneaking in there. See, the plumbing, they didn't call in the front. They didn't park in the front. They parked in the back. It was 3 plumbing trucks. So they working on that building. Now a video just came out showing them bringing furniture in. So people, it's a lot going on. So go ahead.
79th and Essex?
Yeah.
79th and Essex?
Yes. A 3 flat. A 3 flat.
That's in the heart of the black community.
Heart of the black community. Heart of the black community. Heart of the black.
And you said they were bringing in stoves and refrigerator and furniture.
Yeah.
So they moving in.
They moving in. Nobody said nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the police.
And you know that's Alderman Greg Mitchell's ward. And he's aware of it because it was on my page and someone tagged him or shared it with him and he hit my page. So his name is on there, Alderman Greg Mitchell. So he's aware. So I don't understand why he's not doing anything about it. Is this the building that they show where they were trying to break in the front door?
Yeah, they broke in. Yes. Yes. Yes.
It was a group of them.
Yeah, they broke in the building.
Yeah, so they, you know, go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, hold on, caller. Hold on. Go ahead, Sister Erica Doris. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to say. I know, like, since 2016, maybe 2015, every meeting that I used to go into, especially the local organizing committee, the LOC, and other meetings, I used to always go in there and, you know, say that we need to go and cut these locks off these buildings and stuff and bring our homeless people in and let them set up camping and get them out the cold. So now for this to happen unchecked, everyone is turning a blind eye to it. You know, if we stand by and allow this to happen, let them invade our communities, come in and claim their domiciles in our community, because that's what they're doing. You know, the same thing that the Moors been, you know, trying to do for years, and the police been coming out and arresting them and put them in jail. So, yeah, we need some brothers to get together and do the same thing for our people and dare them police officers, dare the mayor, dare the aldermen to get in our way.
And guess what, too, Sister Erica? We got phone. Y'all got their phone ringing. They got a lot of abandoned buildings on that block. A lot of abandoned buildings.
Yeah, they're going to try and take them off.
Yeah, they're going to take them off.
You know, another thing too, Brother Martin, when these people get into our communities in those buildings, it's going to be hell trying to get them out. Yep, squatters law. Because number one, we don't have any legal authority that's supporting us or that's saying
that this is illegal. I mean, these people have been given the go ahead, starting from the President of the United States on down to the local level, to do whatever they want to do, crime, whatever they want to do. No one is being punished in Chicago. The only areas that are punishing these people are the suburban white areas. But in Chicago, it is absolute, complete lawlessness by these people. There's no one to counterattack anything that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they are totally lawless. And we're sitting back and acting as if we don't have a clue as to what's going on, or our heads stuck in the sand. And the black community in Chicago and around this country, particularly Chicago right now, do not understand the danger of what is happening to us. We will not own these communities anymore. We will not own the housing or anything else in our communities. And as we've been saying, this is about bringing these people in and taking land from Black people, running Black people off the land. And if you don't understand and see what's happening, then may God help us all, because we're in trouble and there's no resistance. See, in the community, if we had men standing up, that wouldn't go on, because they would let them know, no, this is boarded up, you're breaking the law, and they would go to that alderman's office, they would go to the police department, they would go to Johnson's office and let him know this is not going on in our community. But we are allowing this to happen because we are not taking a stand. Not enough of us. A small group of us are trying to keep this going. But the masses of Black people are just brain dead. Don't seem to care about anything. And that's the scary part for me. And our children won't have a future. They're in the Black communities. They're not doing this in white communities. They're not over in the Mexican communities doing this. They're doing it in the heart of the Black community because they know we will not do anything. And that's why the politicians and no one has any respect for us. And I don't know what it's going to take for us to wake up. You better try to get a hold of that the New American plan that is primarily, specifically for immigrants. It is about running us off the land.
I see it coming too.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
It absolutely is
y'all
happening.
got like two callers. I don't know who they are, but we can see who they are.
Let's talk to them.
0282. Who are you? 0282. Hello? Caller. Well, let me go to 21.
This is 02. This is 0282, Miss Holmes. Hey, I'm basically in the community. I have my own business. Well, I'm starting my own business as a notary public. I have met the alderman in 74th and Union, I think that was. It's a lot of boarded up buildings, like she said over there. And they just coming in, taking over. So like she said, and like I was saying, there should be no homeless migrants at all. I don't know why they are, but I do know for a fact it's a couple of buildings over there that they literally broke in and just moved in. And I'm like, okay, really? Like, what's really going on? So I'm like the young lady, I'm trying to figure out why is there homeless migrants?
Let's call them just the illegal economic immigrants.
Exactly. Yes, it is. It is, and that's what I'm saying. People that's been here for ancient years, us Black people and us Asian people, we've been here for years and years and years, and we still basically homeless our own selves. So why would they? What was the purpose of them coming over here? No, real stuff. What was the purpose of them coming over here?
To remove us off the
So,
land.
you say what?
To remove us off the land.
Exactly. You like the second or the third person said that. Exactly. I didn't want to admit to that, but yeah, you the second or third person that said that. So,
I don't. My frustration comes from how is it that it's all over the news? How is it that Black people can ignore something as basic as your livelihood?
Well, I think I can answer that. It's because, like, how is it we can ignore our livelihood? Because we just don't give a damn. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but we just don't care.
Well, I would have to disagree. I would just totally have to disagree. I know it's not that we don't care, because we do care. The problem is this this fear of the police and the city government. It's a fear. That if I go out here and I try and stand up, I'm going to lose my livelihood, or I'm going, my children and my job. People just trying to hold on. And I get it. But what I want to tell you all is, if you take one step forward, God is going to take 3 more with you. And he's going to put a hedge around you so they will not touch you.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if you just get an ounce of faith, a mustard size seed of faith,
that's the thing.
You understand? God is going to put his safety hedges around you, and you will be untouchable. Only way they could touch you is if God wants them to touch you.
And that's the thing. People don't have that faith and that mustard seed. I'm a person, I ventured out. I'm a person, I do that. I'm a person, I just literally last year had to fight a court case because my son was in a bad court case with the Chicago Police Department. Every time he got stopped, it was always an issue. Now he's a security guard, a black man, a young black man. So if you could just imagine that, then you know where I'm going with it. It's sad that we don't, like you say, stand up. It's sad that our young black men don't stand up. It's sad. It is. It's very sad. But then you got to think about, like you said, they figure like, well, we in the hood, the police gonna come pop us, the police gonna do this, the police gonna do that, we don't have nobody to protect us. Okay, maybe not. Let's try it. Let's be the ones that stand up and try it.
But we're going to have to try. We're going to have to start back having these conversations in the community, in our homes, because we have never had any protection. Never. The police has always been after us. The system has always been against them. But we had a fight in us back in the day that I don't see now. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have listened to leadership, and leadership has conditioned us to not take responsibility ourselves and do what we need to do for ourselves. And consequently, leadership has failed us. The religious leadership, the religious community, the political community, the social community, they have failed us. So we're going to have to go back and start having these conversations around our children. That, okay, it's going to always be, fear is a natural emotion. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be afraid. But you have to understand that when someone is trying to take your life, trying to take your livelihood, you have to fight back. You have no choice. And once you start fighting back, that fear will start to leave your body, leave your consciousness.
That's
because
right.
You are accepting the fact that Self-preservation is the first law of nature. It is natural for you to defend yourself against anything or anyone. It's just natural.
And you know
So
what?
that's what we
And
have to tell our children, and those are the conversations we've got to start having.
yeah, Sister Ava, Dr. Ava Muhammad, she would always say that, you know, that everything in nature will defend itself, its territory, and its young. You know, the animals, the ants, the insects, the birds, the fish, the whales, the sharks. I mean, everything. The dogs, the cats. You know, and we're supposed to be, or we are. I'm not going to say we're supposed to be. We are the highest manifestation of God, and we have like lost our courage to fight for our survival. And like I said, I know it's a lot of layers to it, but we have to get back to what Sister Doris just said, preserving ourselves, which is the first law of nature. Mm-hmm. It ain't no way around it, family. Mm-hmm. It ain't no way around it. And I'm going to tell you this. I seen a video today of some politicians or some news anchors. They were interviewing these people that were coming across the border illegally. And they asked one of those military age guys that were coming across, "Who are you?" And he got very arrogant and he said, "Soon you will find out who I am." You see, so we are being set up by these globalists, the Biden Obama administration, Brandon Johnson, these Hispanics in the city hall and the city council, as well as some of the black ones. They are setting us up, family. It's going to be something catastrophic that's about to happen in this country because they understand now. Trump, if they don't interfere with the election like they did the last time, Trump will be the winner. But they are not going to go away quietly. They're either going to go to war, so it will not be an election. They may try and stiff Donald Trump. I'm just telling you the truth. This is how it is right now, family. They're desperate, or either it's going to be another 9/11 type attack, and that's why they're letting all these people in here. These are sleeper cells. And so we have to be vigilant. You know, we have to be ready to fight. Mm-hmm. We have to be ready to defend our home. You know, I'm just putting you on high alert because this is where we are. And Sister Natasha said she was about to come on and tell us about this slumlord over here in South Shore. Natasha, you on?
She didn't even call us. I reached out to her. I called her. She didn't even return my call.
While she's coming on.
Yeah, but hold on.
We know one thing.
We got a lot.
We cannot be docile.
Yeah.
We cannot continue to be docile. We've got to fight the aldermen. We've got to fight the police. We've got to fight the ministers. We've got to fight, be ready to fight, prepare ourselves to fight anybody who's trying to destroy us. And that is what's going on. That's what's going on. We are not saying anything. Mm-hmm. We are too quiet. And when you are docile, you're setting yourself up. We are setting ourselves up to be slaughtered. That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Because the ministers are not saying anything. The politicians are not saying it. We have, as citizens of this city and this country, we have a right to defend ourselves against anything and anybody. And that is the mindset we have got to start preparing ourselves for, and our children. Mm-hmm. Okay. Even your family members who are talking this nonsense. who are acting crazy, don't want to sign a petition in opposition to sanctuary city because he's a black man. It's that black man down there on the fifth floor that is contributing to our demise, our destruction, and taking everything that we have fought for in this country. Everybody is in this country because of what black people have done and fought for, and they want to erase that. We cannot allow them to erase our glorious, magnificent history. We cannot do it for the sake of our children. We cannot allow them.
Yeah. Let us take some calls, Sister Doris.
Natasha, are you on?
We got a bunch of callers on here too.
Okay, call. Let's see where we at.
Okay.
I have.
Hold on, ma'am. I got to go in order. People wait. We do things in order on here. I'm sorry. I mean, we got a lot of people calling in tonight. We want to get to everybody. Did I get to 0282? I thought I got to you already. Didn't I get to you? 0282.
I think you did.
Okay.
That was you. That was
you can go ahead.
Okay. 2135. 2135.
That's me. Hello.
Oh,
Hi, this is Diane. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead, Miss Diane.
Hey, Diane.
Hey, Erica. Hey, Mama Doris.
Hi, Diane.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in regarding that building. I don't know if it's the same building, but there's a video on CBS Chicago on YouTube, a news article that they talked about that building. Actually, I don't know if it's the same one, but a white man owns a building that he's rehabbing in South Shore, and it's a 6-unit building, and he's letting it's like about 50 plus migrants in there. This is a blue-eyed white man that's allowing them to stay in his building, and they interviewed him, and he thought he was doing something good, but he's not putting them in his neighborhood, and that shouldn't be allowed. And I don't give a damn why they're homeless. That's not our problem. But there's a problem when they feel that they could put those illegal aliens in the black community. Why? Because they know there's not going to be a pushback. But you're not going to put them in Bridgeport.
No.
You got black people living all around Bridgeport. Are they in Bridgeport? They have because you don't come in their neighborhood with that BS. But because black people have been neutered and to the point that they are perceived as being cowards, that they know that they could do whatever they want to. And they bring that low life scum from Venezuela, South America, wherever, and plant those people in our community. Like it's okay. If you break into a border house, what would happen to my son if he did that? He'd be in jail. I would be in jail. That's right. That's unlawful.
Sister.
I don't care if you code. I don't care what it is.
Sister.
There's laws. Why do we have to obey the laws?
Yeah.
I got 5 different. I've got a passport. I got 2 or 3 license, driver's license, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, I don't mean to shout. I get passionate, but
I just want to say something. We got a video of showing them breaking in there. If he allowed them to go in the white, he didn't go and open up the door and let them walk up in there.
Then you know what, Martin? There must be more than that. Just tells us there's several buildings that these people are getting into over there. That's over east.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's not the same. That ain't the same building. That's what Natasha wanted to come in and talk about. See, I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. JP Morgan Chase, and the rest of these banks, they have front people going out here purchasing all of the abandoned buildings and all of the vacant lots. And this is because people are not, for the most part, people are not willing to rent to these Venezuelans and these people that's coming across. And they're not willing to sell anything to them. And so now they're making laws to say that it's discrimination. So now they're buying up all of the properties where they'll be able to put them in the properties, and then they're going to force us out. This man over there in South Shore.
I bet you.
Yeah. The man in South Shore, I read an article. They said that he owned 500 properties. How?
Wow.
How?
He got them for dirt cheap. probably just gave it
That's
to him.
those banks. Yeah, that's behind this.
But Sister Erica, those banks that are working with a lot of these Polish white people.
Yeah, they're all working together.
And there's a law. Biden has passed a law where the banks can give these illegal economic immigrants loans without no back check of anything.
No document loan.
No nothing.
Number.
No nothing. So you know what?
And if Catholic charities and all these other NGOs buy those buildings with pennies on the dollar, that's how you gentrify a whole neighborhood. It may not be next year or 2 years, 5 years from now, you won't even recognize it. Maybe over
there, you know what?
The whole community, the school, everything.
Everything. If there's ever been a time when Black people should become gangsters, it's now.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're gonna take some of these buildings. You think they getting ready to come to Woodlawn and
we got people sleeping under the viaduct?
And that's what I said. We can open up some of these buildings and put our people in it. That's right. We have earned the right to have these buildings and to have a whole section of the city. Chicago was founded by a Black man. So we're not going to come in here and take over Chicago.
And you know what? They're not homeless. They're not homeless. These people came here on their own free will. They're not homeless. So let's not even say that. They're not homeless. You came here on your own free will. But it's just time for the Black community to push back by any means necessary. Starting with that doggone alderman, because the alderman knows that that's illegal. The alderman knows that that's wrong. But the aldermen down there are just like dead puppies. They're not doing or saying anything. So the people are going to have to rise up.
Yeah.
This is what Black people are going to have to do.
It's got to be more than. It's got to be several buildings. Then it's not just the one. Because I saw one. It's
got to be any place on the south side where they're coming into our communities and taking over. And this white man who owns these buildings or that building or however many they're owning, they are getting money from the city. They're not just letting those people go up in there free. The city is paying them.
Yeah.
Natasha is on 480.
This white man is not benevolent. This white man is looking at the dollar that he's getting from the city because the city is spending millions of dollars taking care of these.
Natasha's on here.
Natasha's on.
Let's hear it. Come on, Natasha.
Yeah, hey guys. Hey, how are you?
Hey.
I just wanted to jump in real quick to give you all an update because I saw that you're talking about the viral video of the illegal economic immigrants coming in over there on the east side in that building, and they were, you see how they're going into the building. So what I found out was, number one, the alderman is made aware of this situation, and the owner of the building, and I'm not sure if this is the same owner. It probably is, but we're not sure. I'm trying to find out that. But the owner of the building, they didn't break in. They were allowed to do this. So the owner of the building has allowed these people to come in and to stay in there. But what I found out from people on the ground who live in the community, who work in the community, they said that this has been going on for about 3 days. And each day they had seen the people coming in because they didn't know that the building owner was allowing this to occur. So the community did rise up. I'm told that over 30 residents in the area for 3 days straight has been shooing the people away and telling them they cannot go in the building. So when I saw that video originally, I was disturbed because, I get tired of Black people looking like we're just like victims. So just the way the video shows is a woman is like, she's like, they're coming into the building and she, sort of perpetuates this concept of the Black community is like dormant and we're allowing it.
Sister,
Mm-hmm.
hold it. Listen.
Yeah.
Her video clearly shows them that they're breaking in. That listen, they broke.
Well, let me say this. Well, I'm trying to say this. Well, let me say I confirm. Well, let me just say this. I confirm with the alderman's office that the building owner is aware.
Okay.
The building owner gave them the right to go in that building to do what they're doing. This is not something so the community don't know that. So because the community thought that they were being broken into, which was what they were supposed to do, they acted. They acted and they demanded and they actually shooed the people away multiple times. I'm told that the community stood outside and told them they cannot go in the building. So multiple people were pushed away from the building.
Good.
And that had been going on for 3 days straight. However, today I was by the building. And as I was being told by the story by the resident, we noticed that they were still going in there. So they kept coming back, and they're back now in the building again. And that's because the owner of the building is allowing them to do that. So there's property owners who are working with the city of Chicago, just like Sister Dunn just stated earlier. There was an article in the paper last week of a white management company. It's called, I think, Chicago. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, it's a white management company. They actually manage CHA property or Section 8 property. They are a slum landlord. They have a lot of bad reviews. But the city of Chicago granted this man who owns these multiple properties, some in South Shore, an opportunity to convert a 8-unit apartment building into 60 beds for the migrants. So I wasn't sure. So what I did was, what I wasn't sure was this the building? So I sort of did my own little investigation to find out if this was the exact building. I'm not still sure if this is the exact building, but what I did notice was that the building that we saw in that viral video, this is the building that the alderman is aware of, and this building owner is aware, and he or she, whoever owns the building, has allowed these people to come into the building. They're aware.
But you know what?
And if there's multiple buildings on that block that looks just like that building.
You know what, Natasha?
Same company.
You know what, Natasha? I'm pretty sure all of those buildings that have been boarded up like that have code violations. That is where the alderman could get busy.
So the alderman told me, so I called the alderman's office. And let me say this. Let me just say this. Alderman, this is the 7th ward. This is in the 7th ward. This is Greg Mitchell's ward. I called the ward office this afternoon to verify, to find out what they knew, and this is what they said. They said that they were made aware because it was on social media or whatever, and that they had put a complaint in with the law department and with the buildings department, and they stated to me that the owner allowed this to happen. That's exactly what they said.
Okay. Now let me say this. Let me say this.
Down because of code violations.
Let me say this.
That building down and all of these buildings down because of code violations. They can do it. He is not doing what he
really can.
He has the authority to do.
You have to have.
But listen at this, though. Listen at this. This story was on the news today. A building in Chatham. They have so many violations in the building that the people were given emergency vacate notices. And this is a large building, a very large building. And they were given emergency notice to vacate. They don't even know where they're going. Now, these are Black people that's been in Chicago forever. Okay,
right.
So now you shut that building down. They shut it down.
Listen, let me say this. I went back and forth with the aide over the phone about exactly what you're saying. I understand that. And I also understand that in other communities, other aldermen move differently from the ones in our community. This goes back to what Mama Doris was saying. See, part of the reason why our communities are the way they are, it's not just the people in the community. And I said this earlier, if you heard me, the community actually did rise up. The community.
I'm glad.
Times, and we didn't get that footage. I wish we did, but we didn't. But let me say this. Our aldermen, our elected officials are the worst people sometimes on the planet in terms. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them, a lot of them are. They don't represent
one of them
all.
Down there.
They lie to us. They lie. They steal. They cheat. They do everything to prevent us from really having the equity and the equality that we're supposed to have in our communities. And so with that being said, we know now I'm telling you for a fact that the 7th Ward has allegedly put in a complaint with the law department and with the buildings department. What has to happen is that multiple people need to follow up and to ensure that this is actually real. We have to hold them accountable. And I'm not saying we don't, because we probably do, but at the end of the day, we got to not only hold them accountable, but we have to go public with everything that we do with these people, because they will be able to with us.
Well, those 30
people all the time.
Those 30
we should be able to find out who that owner is, and
those 30 people need to descend on Greg Mitchell's office. That's what they need to do. Descend on his office, because Greg Mitchell can stop that. Anytime buildings are boarded up that long, there are code violations. Greg Mitchell can stop that overnight if he wanted to.
Yeah. And guess what? I was told that the building was closed, was shut down because there was a shooting. Someone got murdered in the building, and all of the residents that were there were told to leave. They moved out, and that they had to move to another location. That was the reason why the building was empty in the first place. But what I noticed was that the migrants are still in the building, right? They're using the building. The first floor is boarded up. The second 2 floors are not boarded up, I don't think. But the fact that they're in there like that is again, like it's really against everything that we know to be law to be in terms of buildings.
As a property owner, you have to have a certification of occupancy. Number one, it has to be code violations for people to even be living in there. Are there lights?
That's right.
Well, there's lights. There's lights in there. There are lights.
They have electrician out there.
They got electricity in there. And I'm told they also have gas in there too. So, but the point is this: the windows are boarded up, the door is boarded up, and there's people in there. So
it's inhabitable. It's inhabitable. Greg Mitchell can stop that. I don't care if they freeze to death in there. Greg Mitchell can stop that. But the people in the ward are going to have to descend.
The alderman has the power to shut that down.
He sure does. And the people, if those 30 people stay in front of his office and other people join them until he does what he's supposed to do.
And that building that I was talking about,
and
the building I was talking about in Chatham, that is Alderman Hall's ward. And he was out there today saying that, they had an emergency vacate order because of code violations.
Go over there and vacate the ones over there in Greg Mitchell. That's what we need to do.
Right.
Vacate.
So it's possible. It's possible, right?
I'm telling you, with these people, with those of you who are on this line, you have got to be ready to fight these people. Damn the law. They have broken every law there is to break the United States government, on down to the state, on down to the local. Damn the law.
Border. They don't give a damn about no city code.
They don't give a damn about anything but what they want to do.
Walking up, are they just traveling as a pack of wolves, just going up and down the block?
That's what they're doing. That's what
they're doing. They're just claiming property. And that is what I said, that we need to do the same thing. It's no way that our people should be out here sleeping on the ground. We need to find a building, a decent building, open it up, and get some of these black contractors to come in there and make it livable for our people. Because Brandon Johnson is not doing anything for the existing homeless population. He's not doing anything. The aldermen are not doing anything. So we have to just take it upon ourselves to get this done.
But
I've been saying it for years.
It's beyond homeless people now.
Over there?
It's beyond homeless people now. When you say they just evicted people out of Chatham, it's beyond homeless people. It's about moving black people.
How of it? Do we know? Does anyone know? Is there a shelter over there? How are they coming from these? I know where most of the shelters are located, but
they have scouts. They have scouts to go out, and then they bring in these church buses. I watch them down there off the Magnificent Mount, because that's where my route is. I see those church buses coming in, picking them up and dropping them off, picking them up and dropping. Yes. And they have scouts out here. They out here, they're canvassing the community, finding these vacant buildings and then they go bring them in. You know, and then they want to say that it's the owner that's doing it.
Let me say
right,
something.
but guess what? Guess what?
It's not just about.
Go ahead, Martin.
I just want
So
to
what
say,
I was going to say is we have to remember that a lot of the buildings.
Let Martin talk, y'all. Let Martin talk.
Okay. All I'm just saying, all the money that has been allocated to the illegal economic migrants, should none of them be going to no abandoned buildings, opening it up and moving in. All this money has been allocated to them, period.
That's right.
Period.
You're right.
Martin,
You're right.
That's all I want to say.
Martin,
But what we have to understand is the way they set the stage. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to get people to understand how they create these dynamics to support some of the illegal activity and discriminatory activity that they're doing, is that they set the stage to allow so many people here that they can't house them. So when we had already predicted this. This is one of the reasons why the lawsuit was filed for South Shore to sort of stop this, because and people don't understand, it's like, I'm not just Natasha. I've done activism work in Chicago for over 20 years, so I have a different perspective about things. So we already assumed and assessed that what's going to happen is that they're going to bring them into our communities, because our communities are the communities that have the most properties that are abandoned or managed by vacant properties that are managed and owned by, realtors who don't live in the community and who, you know what I mean, is just sitting on their property. So just let's take away the fact that there's potential for these people to, yes, come and break into a building. They could do that, but that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is these people who own properties in our community who've been vacant for years are going to see that this is an economic opportunity for them to be able to get paid. That's all. The city has set the stage for anybody to make money off of this. This is about to be a money scam, right? And so every empty building that you've seen in our community is going to become an open place for these people to come and stay, because they come with money at the end of the day. And we know what that's going to do to our community, because this other we have people in our community that doesn't understand this dynamic. They're beginning to feel like they got to, welcome the people, right? But what's going to happen is you're welcoming people who are going to take over the community. And that's natural. That's a natural thing that happens.
Natasha, this was put in place long time ago. Mm-hmm. It didn't just happen. This was put in place a long time ago. We can go back before they even came up with this, the New American Plan 2011. This was put in place a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And the thing about
you know what?
We have got to stop trying to be nice about it. We are going to have to organize like gangsters. They're gangsters. The President of the United States is a gangster. If Black people want to survive, you better start thinking like a person thinks.
It's now or forget it. Well, you know what? Now they're
coming into our communities, and they know what they're doing. They're being guided, and once they get in there, they are going to take over the community. And we got to start telling our people, stop welcoming these illegal economic thugs who are nothing but thieves and gangsters. Okay. And the United States government is giving them the go-ahead to do whatever they want to do. And everybody knows that the Black community is like an open store. So everybody comes in and do what they want to do. So when are we going to put a Band-Aid on this store?
Mm-hmm. Let me say something.
Didn't Brandon? Oh, okay, sure.
I just want to say, I'm letting y'all talk. I just need the people that's listening, hit the like button. Please hit the like button so the video can move up the algorithm. That's all I want. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button, please. If you're listening to this, hit the like button.
I guess we need to let other people come in, too.
Yeah. Go ahead, sister.
I just wanted to say something just right quick, and then I'll let someone else speak. Now it all makes sense, because didn't Brandon Johnson say yesterday or the day before that they're not opening up any new shelters? I read it in the news. Did anyone else hear that?
He said that to J.B. Pritzker. He said it to Pritzker.
Yeah.
He said ain't no more new shelters.
Buses are steadily coming by the dozens. So it makes sense that they're going to do what they're doing. send them out. They probably got some of these NGOs, these white liberals, to go out like you. That's the kind. They love that because they think they are, occupying or whatever they call it. They need a place. You see abandoned building.
It's a resettlement. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a resettlement, and the banks are involved. The Vatican is involved. The UN is involved. You understand? All of them are involved, and we're being set up. See, that's what we have to understand. We are being set up. Yes. And that's what I want our people to really understand. This is a dangerous environment.
War. It's not even just that we're set up, but we're at war. And if you really look at
that's my point. We are at war.
That's what we've been saying. The war has never ended for Black people in this country. The war has never ended.
Tell the truth.
It's getting ready to go to a new level.
Yeah, if you look,
it's getting ready to go to a new level.
Indigenous civilization. If you look at the historic context of Indian indigenous society, you'll see how we've been pushed off the land, and this is one of the ways that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Every time we allow or we welcome people into our community, they overtake us. If we welcome them into our land, into our country, into our cardboard box, they overtake us because that's the problem with Black people. We have hearts for everyone, and that is going to be to our demise. It's going to be to our demise, and that's what I want you all to understand. And now they're telling you to allow the illegal economic immigrants to rent rooms in your home. You will be a damn fool to invite them people into your home. You know nothing about them. Do not be that thirsty for money where you will allow them to come into your home, where you lay your head where your children are. These people have not been vetted. They're murderers. They're pedophiles. They're thieves. You understand? So please do not allow them to trick you like that, family. I don't care how much money they're offering you. All money ain't good money.
I want to say to the young people who may be listening, do not think like your mom and your daddy.
Ooh.
Or your grandma or your auntie. Do not think that way. You must think like a warrior. You must defend your turf. I don't care if it's a little spot in your yard. You must defend it. These people who are coming into this country do not like Black people. I want young people to understand nobody likes us. We have no allies. Everyone who comes to America to replace Black people, to come into your community and put up businesses. And we're so stupid and so ignorant until we continue to take care of everybody but ourselves and our children. Young people, please do not adopt that mindset. You must fight anyone who's trying to invade your territory. That's just a natural order of law. These people are coming from around the world because they did not have the courage to stay in their country and fix their country. Mm-hmm. So what does this white devil, this dog up here in the White House, who calls himself the president of the United States, Joe Biden, and this fat thug, J.B. Pritzker, and this coon, Brandon Johnson, down there in City Hall? What are they doing? They are contributing to destroying Black people, and you young people must fight back. And I don't care how you fight, because they are out to get you. I cannot make it any plainer than that. We have no allies. And Black men, you are going to have to start organizing and standing up and say, there is no room here for you. Go home. Because that's what everybody else is doing. They're not doing this in the white community. They're not doing this in the Asian community. They're not doing this in the Mexican speaking, Spanish speaking communities. They're only doing it in our communities because we have for so long allowed everybody to disrespect us. Take back your dignity. Take back your self-worth. Don't let these big people destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Because our young people are the future. We ain't doing a damn thing talking.
That's it. We got another caller real quick. Another caller. 6112. Come on, caller. What you have to say? Hit that like button. Hit that like. I need 100 likes. Hit that like button, please. Hit the like button.
What's going on, Martin? It's real.
Yeah, what you got to come? What's your comment, bro?
Yeah, I'm listening in, and I hear, man, angry black women on here. But
hold on.
You
don't
know,
think
hold
on, brother. Hold it.
Don't come with that angry.
No. I respect that.
Get it together. Be on code.
You know, you got to be angry. Just don't sin. You know, don't let your rap.
I just want black men to get angry enough to stand up.
Thank you.
Understand?
White men, I want you. Let we talk, y'all. We need you now.
Let me say.
We need you to be angry and stand up.
I'm not against it. I've been angry a long time.
Well, then stand up and fight back.
I can't be angry by myself. And you can't fight by yourself. No man's island.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No, let them talk, Sister Doris. Let them talk.
Let me say this. I'm listening in, and I feel encouraged. I feel encouraged. Hopefully you can have like-minded men, as y'all asking, and people, you know what I'm saying, to think the same. You know, I've been doing a lot of studying. You know, this immigration thing has been making me go back in the days of understanding, dang, how did we get here? And I think that that's been very important. The information that y'all are giving is very important from the 1800s all the way up to this point. We have to always never forget, but keep it in the forefront of our memory and understanding that there's history in this, just like there's history in the making. I don't want us to get, and I'm coming on here, I'm encouraging. Because I don't want us to think that all hope is gone. But I need us to understand that accountability God holding us to. That is.
We don't need no sermon right now. We need some warriors. Can I
see you talking? I ain't preaching. I'm making sense if you allow me to speak. Whether you want to sit up there and be self-sufficient in your thoughts and your actions, however you feel, when it's all over with God first. What the Almighty, shall I say? And when I say that He's holding to accountability, you better believe, because every day we're doing something that we're not being accountable to. Just like everything y'all been saying on this phone right now. Now, yeah, we got migrants breaking into abandoned buildings that ain't got nothing in it. And it ain't like they breaking into something they got heaters and boiling hot water tanks in it. Let me tell you what accountability is at. Before they came over here, before them buildings was really boarded, in cases of some of them buildings already being boarded, instead of us buying them properties, we allow them to also be diminished. And at the same time, in our communities, if you understand what our communities are and what it was doing, breaking in there to make it feasible for those that's breaking in there just to find a place to lay on the ground. Now, we saying that there's no heat, there's no electricity in some of these places. In some places, it is because they put it in their name. You can just call a gas company and just put your name on it.
Get to the point, bro. Come on, get to the point.
I'm getting to the point. This stuff has been happening. What I'm saying is we're doing a lot of talking on everybody's supposed to be standing up. But the first thing to standing up is holding ourselves accountable. I mean, like, I'm not putting none against, I'm not against none that y'all saying, but tell me where we, as we say, black people, whoever want to go, tell me what we really accountable. And if anybody can answer that question,
you know what? We don't need another
we are holding ourselves accountable in any aspect.
This is not a bad black people conversation.
No, I'm not bashing.
This is a rise and take control of your community conversation.
I'm gonna ask you again. See, you're not giving answers. You're not giving answers to how do we. Everybody else listening, but you're the same one that's not willing to answer. Though you willing to speak out like Peter, Give me the answer. Where have
I'll
we,
give you an
since
answer.
2019, up until this point, even held ourselves accountable? Please, somebody answer that question for me. Because them buildings ain't
Well,
always.
you know what?
You know what?
like that.
First of all, let's say this. First of all, let me say this real quick. Number one, let's be clear. See, what happens in these situations is that we turn on each other, and that's just dumb.
Tell
But
the
let me tell you, the
truth
system sets
and
up. The
shame the
system sets
devil.
up this way for they want us to focus on each other, and that's the fault of the system. Number one, these people did not break into those buildings just like they not breaking into the country. They are allowed to come into the country. They have been given carte blanche to walk across the border. They've been told where to go and how to get, and given support to get there. Just like they've been given support and getting into them buildings. So let's just keep that clear. We need to understand that the government is behind this, and that includes the people that we elect into office who do not represent us. That's who our target is. That's who we should be mad at, and that's who we should keep focused on the conversation. These people aren't breaking into these buildings. They are being allowed to come into the buildings. They're giving money. The owners of the buildings are giving money. Everybody is profiting and has always profited off of Black people, our communities, and our demise. And we have to understand who our target is. It is not each other. Yes, we got some things that we got to figure out amongst each other, low key. But on a bigger scale, it is the government. That means our local elected officials, our aldermen, our state reps, our U.S. and president, governor as well. Those are the people who are doing this to our community. We don't have representation on none of those levels. And the reason why we have to hold these. So right now, the one thing we could do, the one thing everybody who's listening to this can do is to flood the 7th Ward Alderman's office and demand that they execute an immediate eviction of these people in this building. The community over there, let's be clear. I said this in the beginning of my statement. They came out. I was told that about 30 residents in the neighborhood on multiple occasions pushed those people out of the building, but they kept coming back. And the reason why they keep coming back is because the owner is letting them come back. And so again, the government is set up to support that bullshit.
Josh, let me say
And
something.
you know what,
hold
too,
on,
Sister
Sister Doris.
Natasha.
Sister Doris, hold on. Let me say something. Let me talk to my brother real quick, man to man. First of all, they don't even want no Negroes in these buildings if you got a criminal record. So what does that tell you? If you got a criminal record, some of these apartments, they would not rent to you. Did you know that, brother? Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
And you know something else, Martin, what we don't understand. Most of those buildings over there in that South Shore area, just about all of them in Chicago, in Hyde Park, these are buildings that are owned by white Jews. Brother, we have not been allowed to buy property like that in this country. Black people are being accountable of every day. No one is any more accountable than we are because we have to be in order to just survive. So those buildings are owned by white people over there. And those white people see where they can make a lot of money. Just like this hotel across the street from me. This hotel was practically empty every day, 24/7. They have about 600 in this hotel over here that your tax dollars are being used to take care of them. They don't even have to make their bed. They don't even have to cook their food. So you're talking about accountability? You have illegal economic immigrants who don't have to be accountable for anything but to accept that money that they're giving them.
Mm-hmm.
So don't talk to us about accountability.
Can I weigh in?
Go ahead.
Can I weigh in a little bit? I just want to recall the housing crisis that we experienced back in, what was that, 09, 10, something like that, when Obama was in office. And it decimated our communities. At one point we did own our communities. You can walk down the block and black people own the majority of the buildings on the block. That is fact. But when we had this housing crisis, when the banks were giving these bogus high interest loans to people, preying on them, black people I'm talking about, preying on them, and then illegally taking their homes in foreclosure. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of people had equity in their homes, but they didn't even know how to use it. You know, so instead of Obama bailing out the people, who making all that noise? Can y'all mute your phone and stop being disrespectful?
Thank you.
Jesus. You know, instead of Obama taking the money that he set aside and gave to those banks, he could have saved the communities. And not only our communities in Chicago, this happened all over the country. And black people were the ones that lost the most. I'm just telling you the truth. In my community, whole blocks were decimated. You were left with maybe 2 people left on the block. People lost their homes. And it was a robbery of generational wealth. And Obama helped them do it. And now those Jews then came in and they done bought it all up. Yeah, and the same banks that gave the bogus loans out, they came in and bought them up. And now they have these front people so they can look like their hands are clean. And now they're going to allow these people to move into our community. This was a plan. This is not something that happened overnight. So, when you get on here, you got to, you know what I'm saying, get your facts straight first. I heard you out. You know what I mean? And like Sister Natasha said, we're not on here to attack one another. We're on here to bring information to the people so we can make them aware of what's going on. Nothing else.
Sister Erica, that took place in 2008. I want the brother to understand. Over 50% of Black people in 2008 lost their wealth. Well, where you start to accumulate wealth is when you purchase land, when you purchase a home. Over 50% of Black people lost their wealth. And this was a plan that was put together, brother, on Wall Street, up there in New York. It was the lawyers, it was the bankers, it was the accountants, it was all of them who put together this package. And they specifically targeted the Black community. The bond rating companies, they were all involved. They specifically targeted the Black community. And this is what brought about that 2008 debacle. The same people who put this package together on Wall Street are the same people that Barack Obama bailed out, gave almost $1 billion to or more. So, Black people, ever since we were dragged to this country, we have been in defense mode, trying to save our lives because of a system that has been against us for the last 500 years and still working against us, but yet we still exist because of our tenacity. So no, we're not going to be blamed for Black folks.
Okay, can I ask this question to the one that was just speaking? What's your name?
Sister Doris.
Miss Doris.
Yes,
who's your alderman?
That no good low-life Desmond Yancey.
What ward is that?
5th Ward.
Did you vote for him?
I am Desmond Yancey's biggest enemy.
But did you vote him in?
Yes, I did.
Why did you run for him?
Pardon me?
Why did you vote for him?
Come on.
because I thought he would be a decent
Let me go
alderman,
to the next
but he
question.
turned out to be a devil in disguise.
Y'all, let me go to the next
And
question.
so now I am after him.
All right. Now,
Go ahead, brother Brian.
912. Come on, Eric code 912. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. 912.
Hey, what's going on? Let's start picking you up. Oh, looking at somebody finna doggone crash their car. Go on, do what you do. Now,
come on with it now, Sod. We got to.
I heard the sister say something. I heard the sister say something about the need for warriors, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got some warriors out here, and the warriors, as far as I'm concerned, are the black men that are doggone. They are voting Republican. The Democrats ain't done nothing for black folk. They ain't gonna do nothing for black folk. And all these problems that are occurring, that everybody complaining about and playing the blame game and the victim Olympics and all of that is from what? Voting for Democrats. Now, voting for Republicans, that's no doggone quick fix. That's not an automatic fix for everything that's wrong, that's going on wrong. Okay, it ain't that simple. But you got to start someplace. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on,
you got to start
Sorry, just
someplace.
hold it 1 second. Monique Scott, I need you to call in. If you're the person that recorded the video of them breaking in the building, please call in. Please call in. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. Go ahead, Sarge. Sarge, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, I hit mute while you were talking to the other person that had the videotape. No, but that's what it is. So, you know, the bottom line up front is you everybody know what that vote is getting black folk. And it ain't getting black folk nothing. And they steadily expecting it. Because you look at the doggone makeup of the black vote, right? You got way more black men voting for doggone Republicans than black women. Now, this ain't to start no gender war or nothing, but black women are supporting the Republican Party in a large number. So when I hear this and that, I'd be like, well, sister, can you talk to your fellow sisters? You know, talk to your fellow sisters. Because a lot of us, we already doing our thing. And all of this talk about this being on, get in the car here. I'm like, damn, dude.
Hey, sorry, let me go to the next person. Come on, land that plane. I got about.
Okay, all right.
Land that plane. Let me go, because I got another, I think 2 or 3 more people. Yeah. Okay. 1264. Come on. 1264. Come on. 1264. 1264.
Hello, Martin.
How you doing?
Great. What I wanted to say is that, first of all, police were never created to protect black people. And a lot of these vacant and abandoned properties, a lot of them are abandoned on purpose. And they like for our neighborhood to look dilapidated. And so if our neighborhood is looking dilapidated, our property value is going to go down. And they leave these properties, you know, because I kind of grew up in Inglewood, and I watched how Inglewood went down. And I also watched Roseland go down. But it's not, this is all designed. And it's been designed, and the police work with the criminals, you know. All of this has been designed for decades. And ever since Emmanuel has been in office, the gun violence went up. And our black aldermen stand behind these crooked, no good aldermen. Our mayors, they stand behind them.
That's a true shame, the devil.
Yeah, they stand behind them, and we just have to come together as black people. I think we'll finally open our eyes and and we must come together. I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm working with Strong and Resilient Communities United, and we're just trying to do everything we can to educate the people and let them know exactly what's going on. Now, a lot of these churches are housing some of these migrants and in the Black community also. So we have to look at every vacant property that is in our neighborhood, that it might be some migrants in there. Every vacant house.
Hello?
Hold on, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got a long list. We'll get to you.
Every vacant house, but I'm not going to hold you all. I just, want to tap in on everything, and I agree with what Mother Doris and Natasha is saying, but we have to come together, and we got to put some pressure on these people.
We definitely
if we have to shut down the expressway, we got to come like Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
We got to come in numbers. That's the only way we're going to fight this.
Right.
And we
and you know what else we could do?
And we're going to have to get concealed and carry. Yeah. I don't advocate violence, but sometimes I know the words say the violence, take it by force. So, we might have to take this by force here.
And we is. Okay, hey, Martin, this is Monique Scott. I'm calling in.
Yeah, hey, Monique, come on. Talk to us now. Tell us what you witnessed.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
So, I was sitting up in my window. My 12-year-old son, he came to me and told me, Mom, they dropping some people off in the building. I see them trying to break into the building. One man went around the back. He broke in through the back door, came in the building to come out through the front door to let all the people in. The property manager don't know nothing about them being at this property. It's so many stories that's being told, and so many people is lying about them being in this unit. First of all, they still have the locked door up on this unit, and then they also have the board still up on this window. These people done got sold up in this property and everything. They came to try to get the heat on today, but the man told them he couldn't even do it. There's 10 people bribing them to get like household things about their house so they can go over there, they can cook or whatever they got going on. But I made a video 3 days ago of them breaking in. Yesterday, somebody posted up on TikTok saying, didn't nobody break into the building? I opened it up for the community and stuff like that. Come to find out, the building that the man posted is not this building. It's clearly a whole different building. So you have a lot of people that's lying about what they doing, about what they doing. The police, when they first came out, the police told them to leave, which they left, but within an hour, the police end up coming back in that building.
So
that's why. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
Real quick. No, wait. Let me ask her a question. Hello, let me ask her a question. Did you talk to the alderman? Because I did call Alderman Greg Mitchell's office, and they told me that the building owner is the person who said they could live there. They could stay.
Okay. Hold it. Now, listen. Let me just say this.
So I'm not arguing with her, but I want to know, did she get a chance to talk to the alderman?
I'm not the only one that talks to her.
But what I'm saying is,
talk to them.
Monique, and Natasha. Y'all, hold on. Let me just say this. At the time that Monique did that video, listen, the owner wasn't at the building. If the owner allowed them to go in there, why did they have to break in it? That's what I'm saying. Now they probably have permission.
Let me say this, but you got to think about it. If they bought in there, listen. Again, you all got to understand, these people playing games with all of us. Just like they trying to pretend like these people are coming over the border because of all these lies they say. They're welcoming these people. You're saying that you saw a truckload of people being brought to the building. So you got to tell you something. Somebody is aware and is participating because right now there's people in the building.
No, let me tell you something. They got dropped off. They got dropped off like in the evening, around the evening. But I'm saying in the beginning, if you go on my page, it's a video of me recording it as soon as they walk up to the building of them trying to get in.
You can actually see the man pulling and tugging on that. If the owner let them people move into this building, then why he wasn't out there to let them in there? Why is the brick door still on? Why is this door?
Because that's the way they want us to believe. Because that's how they want us to think. Right.
I'm going to tell y'all this. Can I share this real quick? Can I share this real quick?
It takes the onus off the city of Chicago for allowing this man to do this. You all got to
let me share this. Let me share this with y'all. When this crisis first kicked off in Woodlawn, I remember I had called Sister Doris about it because I was just so peed off. And I had called Jeanette Taylor's office, and I couldn't get him on the phone, so Sister Doris called him. And she called me back, and she said, well, they said that it's going to be some Haitians moving in Wadsworth. And I told Sister Doris, I don't care who it is. You understand?
I don't believe it.
You know what I'm saying? But see, but listen to what I'm saying. The whole thing is those aldermen lied too. Those aldermen lied. You understand? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, because it was no Haitians that moved in Wadsworth.
Of course not.
It was no Haitians over there. So for them to tell Sister Doris, do you remember when they told you that?
You're absolutely right.
Let me tell you. Okay.
Right. I would not trust one thing those aldermen say.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you this. This is Monique speaking here. And I'm going to tell you this. These are lying. I'm telling you, it's multiple people that could have called anybody and said they was the owner. They're not the owner. If you look it up, it's hard to get a contact of the owner. How is it that these people all of a sudden got a hold of this owner, but can't nobody else get a hold of it? Anybody can call somebody.
Because they lying.
There's money involved in this. People are getting paid.
We believe everything you're saying.
Your neighborhood. Excuse me. I've been waiting. Just so you can understand this, there's a lot of empty buildings on your block. I actually grew up in that neighborhood. I know that neighborhood inside and out. Okay. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just giving you an idea.
I know, but
the reason why you're able to find these people now is because there's money. These people are gonna come out of the woodwork. The people who own the buildings.
Okay, buildings over there. They should come out the woodwork. Listen to what I'm telling you. The police got called and they told them to leave. They was gone. So my thing is, if the property manager let them move in there, then why they leave when the police came and escorted them out?
But why? Also, Monique, this is
the time to speak in, Monique.
As of 6 o'clock tonight.
So don't nobody know who the owner is?
As of 6 o'clock tonight, there are people in the building. I saw a couple of Venezuelan girls.
I'm looking out the window right now.
Right. But my point is the fact that they keep coming back. My point is this: the focus is not. Listen, them people. I'm gonna tell you something. The people who are coming here, they are being told to come here.
Nobody's arguing that, but we all understand that they've been invited.
With that being said.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. I'm not worried about. Okay, Monique. Okay, listen. I'm not worried about these people at all. What I'm telling y'all, and I want people to understand, is they coming into our fucking community. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. They coming into our community, giving food stamp assistance. They getting cash assistance. They getting free housing. While we here is struggling to get anything. That's my point.
Can I speak? Monique, this Tasha. Monique,
I believe everything that you're saying.
Okay, hold on, Monique.
Go, Tasha.
Okay, this is Natasha Gray.
Go ahead, Tasha.
This is Natasha Gray. This is what I spend my day. Me and Monique and my sister spent the day together. And what we saw up close, because I saw it on camera yesterday, but seeing it up close is unbelievable. Okay, now there's three buildings in a row. The middle was the abandoned building. Okay. I called the number on the dog's door, the DAWGS, the security door. They said that is still being rented. And as long as their equipment is being rented, okay, by that owner, that building is abandoned. It's not supposed to be occupied by no one. They told me, hold on. They told me that they were going to, they said they were going to be reaching out to the owner. Then I called the owner's office. Oh no, yeah. And then we called the alderman's office, and I only got a desk person, and he pissed me off because he was very dismissive as to say, like, well, they know that they're there, and I'm telling them, okay, well, what about the occupancy? I said, this is a clear violation. I don't. Jesus told them to stay there.
Say that.
Do you know how many people are in that building? That's a clear violation. I said, you all just locked up a black man that was caught in a home and down on his luck with his 2 kids. You put him in jail and you put his kids in DCFS.
Okay, then.
Preach.
Okay, then. And see, that's what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy. All of those people that right down the street in Chatham, they just gave them an emergency eviction.
Yep.
Because of code violations in the middle of the winter. In the middle of winter time, though.
Exactly. The aldermen can shut those buildings down for code violations. So I'm saying, let me tell you, they need to descend on the alderman's office. Everybody who can go over to Mitchell's office needs to go. That's the action item. Alderman Mitchell can stop that. He's a lying dog like the rest of them. I believe
because let me tell you something. It's because people, excuse me, let me say something, okay? Let me say something. You know how everybody's saying they call the alderman, they talk to the owner and all this other stuff. But I'm gonna tell you something. I guarantee there is nothing in writing saying that these people could stay there, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Preach, sister.
Because in order for them to legally admit, not word of mouth, not what the police told you, not what the alderman tells us, but for them to, on black and white, admit that these people, XYZ amount of people that are in that building, they're receiving funds for them, right? That will put them in a position where they are in clear violation.
Thank you. And you're responsible for any negligence. And I'm gonna tell you this, sister. You just made a good point, because that little 5-year-old immigrant baby that died in that shelter, and because of cold violations, they said it was raining in on them, and rats and roaches and all of that stuff. I cannot see them going down that road again. No, they broke into that building just like you said.
But listen, what I'm telling you is, I believe that
still a violation no matter what.
What I'm saying is, I do believe wholeheartedly that whoever is the actual proprietor of that piece of property, either it be the city or an actual person or a company, they're receiving money. But let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Because of potential legal liability, they're not getting direct payments. I guarantee.
And they're not going to show their face.
Listen. They're probably getting money funneled to them. Listen to what I'm saying. They're getting money funneled to them, meaning that they're not getting direct deposits for these people, because when it comes time to go take this stuff to court, if something happens, they don't want to be liable. They don't want to say to them that they receive funds.
And the police could have given them a citation for trespassing.
Let me say this. There's a whole public article.
But do you know the new law on trespassing?
I know. There's all they are not. And there is. They will not do anything to these immigrants.
But look at this. Hold on. But look at this though. But look at this. Look at the new law for trespassing. Right. This could have been an overplay for the underlay, because they knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm talking about this too. They want us to be quiet. I mean, think about this. The reality is
they can't do nothing. They can't cover move nobody.
Remove them out of the building.
There's the squatters law. Squatters got rights.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Hold on, it's not about squatters.
Can I speak?
No, I'm gonna let you speak.
Squatters,
I'm gonna let you speak next.
It's not about squatters.
We got a man.
It's not about squatters law.
We got a man.
Well, the government of the United States has passed all these legislations for them to do whatever they want to do.
We got a man speaking, Doris. Y'all want some men to stand up? Come on, 630. Come on, we got a man. Let's see what he got to say.
Hey,
Come
Martha.
On. Yes.
Mark, how you doing?
Good.
Anyway, the government is setting this up. They want America to believe is this. Only way we can stop this, you got to vote Republican. We got to let Donald Trump in. The game is it's a setup.
We don't have that type of time, though.
No, we don't.
Where's the next election?
We're still holding.
Hold on. What you got to realize is, where's the next election?
Say something real quick to address the squatting.
Listen, by then, they'll have citizenship.
Can I
you all know that?
Let me say something real quick.
Let me tell y'all
when
something.
You talk about squatting, let me say this real quick because when you talk about, when we think about that this was a squatting situation, because with squatters have laws. Squatters have rights, right? They
have rights
somewhere for a long period. Let me just say, but listen. The reason why it's coming across as if these people have broken in is probably because they want you to think that way. Because if you think that way, then it's harder to get them out as squatters as it would be if the owner is intentionally violating the law by allowing them to be there. And so that is what my point is. My point is this, is that we know for a fact that this is a land grab, that these people are getting paid to house these people because there's a whole article in the mainstream media about a white man in South Shore who owns property who was allowed by the city of Chicago to convert a 8-unit building into 69 to beds for 69 people. That in itself sounds like it's a violation of the city.
It's been all over the news. And then people pointed out that he's a slumlord as well.
Okay.
They said he owns 500 properties, Natasha.
Okay.
So I can believe that. Right.
Okay.
So
I got another man. I got another man, y'all.
Hey, sister, who are paying these people?
Oh,
The mayor's
8140.
not paying these people.
Hold on, brother. Hold on,
Who
brother.
are paying these people?
Hold on, brother.
The government.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. 8140. Been waiting on a long time.
8140. This is myself. I want to say that squatters' rights is not the issue here because we've always had squatters' rights, right? But it's trespassing law. It's a trespassing law because this is the thing. They went from bringing them downtown in hotels, right, to trying to keep them in shelters, right? They wanted to put them in tent cities. That kind of flopped. They have nowhere for these people to go. So even after they fill them up in all these places we see them filling them up in now, the way they got them coming in here, there is no end. Do you know the president went against Texas to the Supreme Court to have them remove their guards and the wiring or whatever.
They're cutting the wiring. They're cutting the bulb.
They're literally. You thought that they came here now. You think that we got a lot now. At least they had some kind of issues coming here, crossing the border. Now they are rolling the red carpet out in the worst way. So guess what? People are so, kumbaya about saying, oh, they need a place to stay. Oh, this is abandoned buildings. They're going to be coming for your homes next once because you got to realize something. These people have advocates.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
They're advising them on the laws here and look up the new trespassing law. It has nothing to do with squatting. Look up the new trespassing law.
And you know what, Martin? That is what all of these legislations that the New Americans, the plan that Rahm Emanuel came up with in 2011. This is what all of these legislations that have been passed specifically for immigrants. And this was done with the help of our Congressional Black Caucus members, Danny Davis, Jonathan Jackson, Robin Kelly. This is being orchestrated by the United States government that has broken every law there is to break. And they will not arrest these people. These people have carte blanche to do whatever they want to. And it's about removing us from the land. And we have got to fight back. That's the bottom line here.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Why is it so hard to say the Democrat?
Yeah, hold on, brother, hold on.
Because that's who it is, the Democrat.
0152, come on. Come on, 0152.
I'm listening to everybody talk. First of all, You know, how can we come to a solution and everybody over talking everybody? Number one, they want to replace us. It doesn't matter if you vote Republican or Democrat.
Well, that's right. You're right.
Both parties are a part of this immigration. This has been going on. This has been planned ever since I was a little boy. And people get on here, not on this show, but I hear people blaming Harold Washington because he made this city a sanctuary city. The times were different back then when Harold Washington was mayor. And I believe he made that move because he knew that the black vote alone wasn't going to keep him in City Hall. And he had to bring the city together some kind of way. Now, what we got to do is, somebody said it. It's going to come to the point where we got to roll up our sleeves. I'm not saying let's go out there and start tearing the city up. But if they're not listening to us, we need to go into these high schools and educate these black youth and go into these colleges and get these black youth riled up and fight for our community. They're bringing these people in on top of us, and we are allowing it. If we were to go into Mount Greenwood, Martin, and you know it, if we were to go into Mount Greenwood or Bridgeport, them white people would burn us out. They would run us out violently. There's nothing wrong with black people rolling up their sleeves and running these migrants out of our neighborhood and taking them to City Hall. If they want a place to stay, take they behinds to City Hall. And as far as homeless black people should go to City Hall. That's a public building. If they won't allow them to lay their head down in a warm place, City Hall is warm. Take over these abandoned schools that they close down in our community. We got to get aggressive.
South Shore High School. They were supposed to fix South Shore High School up, and they completely abandoned South Shore High School. But when they got ready for the migrants, they came over there and said, "Oh, we need this building for them," and the people filed a lawsuit
because we are not fighting back. The brother is exactly right.
Yeah,
the brother is right.
We too.
Let me say something to y'all too that I noticed. Okay, I'm a train operator. I'm on the Blue Line. One day I pulled into Logan Square. We know who lives over there. I noticed on the clipboard, you know how they go around collect the petitions for the politicians, the upcoming politicians. There was a Latino man on the front with a Spanish name running for president. He's trying to get put on a ballot to run for president. Waiting for an election. Listen, we cannot wait for an election. This is my point.
Thank you.
Waiting for an election is a no.
That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm not waiting.
Because by the time an election comes,
we're gonna be buried by then. We're gonna be buried, and I'm just gonna tell you the truth. But I'm gonna tell you, if people
have citizenship.
Yeah, but you know, everybody keep asking for the solution. The solution is to pick up your phone. No, that we are the solution. We got to take ownership of our community, no doubt. But another solution is pick your phone up and call ICE. We don't work for no city government, and we can call ICE and tell them they're across the street in this building from my house, and the police told them to leave, and they haven't left yet. I'm calling to let you know they're there and they're breaking the law.
Let me ask you, what if the president
ICE gonna come and pick them up?
Stand down. Don't the president?
But listen at this. Listen at this. This is a chance that we gonna take. If you don't do it, you'll never know the outcome. You'll never know the result. So let's try it.
Them and sending them back.
Let's try it.
The police is actually out here while I'm talking.
Can I say one thing?
Out here.
I need
the police. I had a run-in with the police today, and before they got done, they got frustrated with the things I was saying, and when they walked away, they said, "You could thank your mayor for this."
Yeah, so the police is actually out here in front of the building right now. They got out the car.
They already know.
On the door.
Well, they gonna always blame it on
Monique,
the black
video
person.
that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. Monique, you go ahead and tell us what's going on.
Okay, I'm looking at my window right now, and the police are sitting out here in front of the building. They got out the car to pull on the door. The door is not open. Did nobody come downstairs and open it for them at all?
Why they do that?
Listen, let me tell you why. Because they listening to Martin's show, and now Greg Mitchell and them other ones, they done told them to go over there. You understand? And Greg Mitchell, you better know we will be at your office. On him. We'll be at your office.
There's a town hall meeting Tuesday, 9:00, January 5th. We all plan to be there. They're going to be talking about immigration rights and everything. Okay.
Where is it at?
Where?
At City Hall.
What time?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, honey. That's going nowhere.
Now
it's going nowhere.
Keep the pressure on Greg Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Greg Mitchell. But we all need to go to show up to that town hall meeting. Anybody that could come needs to try to come.
What time?
It's at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Can I say this? The last time I went to the town hall meeting, right? I went down there and it was exactly about this immigration situation. The mayor wasn't there, but when we was trying to get in, they even had ways that they scandalized on how people got in. They had the Chicago Teacher Union was the ones that got past everybody. They got into all of the in-house.
Because they messed with the
everybody else had to go upstairs. So it kind of defeats the purpose. If we all organize in front of Greg Mitchell's office and the aldermen that's responsible,
that's what you do.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Is being violated at. That's what we
right, brother.
Now you're making sense, brother. You're making sense.
That's
now.
right, brother. That's right.
Go ahead.
That's what we've been talking about.
That's what we need. So tomorrow,
I think that we have to pick it too.
Well, let me say this. We've organized multiple times. Let me say this too. We've organized at least about 3 city council turnout meetings, and we were organizing the one that you just talked to, young man, and then the lady right here. So it's not a problem with going there, but just know that when you go there, it can't just be 10 people. You definitely got to have.
It needs to be a crowd. It needs to be
You got no way, Paul. You need to have about 500 people who's gonna go to city council.
Yeah, okay, that's what we try to gather people.
Well, how many people we got on call right now? That's I'm
already gonna be there.
Natasha, we stopped the city council and it wasn't 500 people down there. We stopped them 3 times.
We have. No. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying, Mama Doris. We've been down there. We've done that. But my point is this. If we're going to go back, we just need to have more people. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? If we go back with 20.
To also go
but we should do the Greg Mitchell office first.
Go to Greg Mitchell.
I agree, brother.
Let me say this.
It's important to go to the alderman's office as well.
Let me tell you why it's important. Let me tell you why it's
important.
Let me say this. You're more louder at Greg Mitchell office than you is at the city hall. See, you will give the aldermen a headache when they can't show up to the city hall to make that vote and introduce themselves to the plan when they got to worry about what's going on at their office also, because they also responsible for that. So the organization got to be how you target and go at war. If we get war, don't try to go down. Don't try to go down to City Hall right now, because I'm telling you, I've been down there. I experienced that.
You just had one.
I know how to fight down there with us. And let me say this: both is very important, because the reality is what happens in City Hall is the decisions that are made for our wards, and so you actually got to have both happen at the same time.
Exactly. You don't have to pick it too.
Well, that's when you get numbers.
The alderman is not in city council. When an alderman is not in city council, you need to be at his ward demanding the things that you need for your ward and your people. And then you got to carry that same demand back to city council to ensure that on the floor that your alderman is voting in your interest. Because what we have found is that the alderman will tell you one thing in the office, and then go down to city council.
But if you
what happened is you let the alderman tell you one thing.
Hold it. I had one person that have not spoken yet. 5447. They haven't said anything. Caller, come on, give a person a chance.
I was a little afraid to.
Okay, well, you better.
There was a lot going on, but thank you.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, it's okay. I've been holding for a while, and I just want to know, just before I get started, what
is this in South Shore? That this building is?
Oh, it's on 79th and Essex. They broke into the building.
Is that near that McDonald's? Is that young lady still on the line? Is that
Yakes, yeah. Now come on, sister, come on with it, man.
I just didn't hear where it was, and I was just trying to see if it was the alderman's office. But first off, before I get started, and everybody think I'm political, before I say what I got to say, I just want to say that for the past 15 years, on hold the vote. I mean, whoever's saying Republican and Democrat, I just leave that all to y'all. The point is that, when I go and teach these kids in schools for years and years and years, I'm stepping over glass, I'm looking at abandoned buildings, while everybody's talking about who they voting for, that's what I look at. And then I step in these schools and I see these kids, families, I don't even want to go into how they live. But the point is that everybody talking politics for all these years. I've been walking up in these classrooms and I see these kids leave and come into these schools and I see what they look at every day. They have to walk past abandoned building after abandoned building, stepping over glass. And, before I say one more thing, I also, not too long ago, went through that station right next to Cardinal Bernardine. The other minister. Also, there was another minister and the politicians. If you check the news from that time frame, I promise you would, once you see my name, whatever. But the point is, I walked all through the Stations of the Cross while they were holding up that sign, stop the killing. I'm walking with them, looking at these abandoned buildings, trash, destroyed neighborhood while they holding up, stop the killing, and putting down flowers where Black boys and Black men were killed. This was ministers, priests, all of them was down there at the Station of the Cross. I was right there, crying with all these parents and looking at all these children. So anyway, when they talk about going to alderman's office, because, like I said, I've been saying hold the vote for a long time.
Okay, sister.
Familiar with Greg Mitchell. I know them long before I ran for politics.
Let me say something, sister. I need to ask you a question
before
you go any further. Do you believe that politics has a play on our life, the way we live, our lifestyle? Yes or no?
I think we do.
No, answer the question.
I don't think politics has anything. No, I don't think politics has anything to do with how we live. We are people. And I'm sorry, I'm just fed up with hearing about Democrat and Republican, and I don't like getting into those issues. I'm sorry.
Listen, ma'am, I have not mentioned Democrat or Republican. I said politics. It plays.
No, not you.
They make rules. They legislators. They make rules for us.
Make laws.
Make laws.
Oh, okay. Well, politics.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as far as politics go, as far as politics and politicians go, we as the people make the rules. They don't do what we want. They get out when we say they get out. No one person rules over what the people.
Oh, they do? You sure?
No, I'm saying that they get away with it. We don't say nothing. I guarantee you
what
that
do you
if
think?
we the people
hold on,
want
sister. What do you think we plan on doing tonight? We're talking about going down to City Hall. We're talking about going to the alderman's ward and protest. That's what we're talking about. We're the people.
This is what I've been on. This is what I've been on. Because you can stand in front of somebody's office. You can scream all day long about what you want. The effective thing is that what's been going on for years, that everybody's been saying the best thing you could do, like when you said about not going into nail shop, boycott. But I've been saying boycott the vote for long. If you want to stand in front of somebody's office, you need to get together with large amounts of people saying, hold the vote. We're not voting. We're not doing anything until we get what we want. But I mean, you can yell about anything else. You have to take my word for it. You can do what you like. I'm just saying that you're going to stand in front of someone's office.
I can tell, no disrespect, you don't know nothing about politics. I can tell because anybody.
I'm just speaking from.
Right. I understand.
Well, I'm just speaking from, what I believe is for the best. Because I look at the fact that the Black neighborhoods have been the same regardless of politics. And I'm just saying, someone mentioned Jewish people.
Right.
Just a question.
Do you live in a
Jewish people?
Hold on, sister. Do you live in a Black community? Hold on, sister. Do you live in a Black community, sister? Huh?
That's the question.
Yeah,
That sounds like a no.
5447. Do you live in a black community?
Right, sir.
Huh?
Right, sir.
I can't hear you.
South Shore and Inglewood. South Shore, Inglewood,
Do
and
you
Chatham.
live here
said,
now?
do you live
here
in now?
now?
In the same community, what you see.
That's what
No,
I'm
she
asking.
don't.
Born and raised there. I recently moved 3 years ago because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it.
Answer the question. Do you live?
Couldn't afford it. I had to move.
He said she has
Okay.
but she doesn't live.
Okay.
Where you
So
live
you don't think politics got something to do with you
I
having
choose
to move?
to. No. I said I didn't choose to move. I got pushed out.
Well, my
That's
whole
what I'm
thing
saying.
is, do you think politics play a part in that?
I didn't say that it didn't play a part in it. I said that things change when we say it changed.
Well, I wish that was, you know what?
I think what she's saying
didn't say that it
the reality is that it takes us to move our elected officials in the direction that we
I'm just saying from my perspective.
Let's organize. Let's do City Hall.
From my perspective.
Martin.
Yes. Go ahead,
may I say something?
Yes, go ahead, Doris.
We're going to have to change the paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
Politics plays a significant role in our lives.
Yes.
They pass laws that affect us in a positive way or a negative way.
Yes.
The reason we are dealing with what we're dealing with now is because we have not taken these people out who have not represented us the way they should be representing us. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Between Desmond Yancey and that woman that ran against him, between the two of them, there were 12,000 votes cast out of 51,000 voters in the 5th ward. So this is what we're going to have to start doing. We are going to have to start vetting people who will represent the interests of the Black community to run. They only get 12,000 votes were cast between those two people in a ward that has 61,000 registered voters. So it doesn't take a whole lot of votes to take these people out. We've just got to start organizing and finding the right people to run who will represent the Black agenda, and I mean the Black agenda alone.
Tell the truth.
Nobody else's agenda. No people of color and all this other stuff. Black people, and it can be done. And we need to start having these conversations right now, because before you know it, these people will be up for re-election. And can I say something, Brother Martin?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll read something to y'all, Martin, real quick.
Hold on, brother. Let the sister go. Go ahead, Sister Erica. Then go ahead.
I just wanted to say that we are organizing. You know, we've been doing action. We have a strategy for this DNC, which will include boycott and other things, but we're just not prepared to say it in public, you know. And we have a letter, a notice that we're getting ready to send off to the Supreme Court, the FBI, Kwame Raoul, the U.S. Attorney, the U.S. Attorney General, concerning how they are literally committing treason by giving aid and comfort to enemies of America. That is what we're watching. This is treason. Okay, anytime you have your border wide open and you're sending money to another country like Ukraine to protect Ukraine's border, but your border is left unprotected, the military should be at the southern border at this point. This is a war. This is a war. You understand? And I keep saying this, and I'm going to say it again. They are setting us up, family. Every time I come before y'all and I tell y'all stuff, people try and downplay it. But I'm telling you, when it happens, you gonna say, Sister Erica said it. They're setting us up. They're putting these people in our community. We are going to be surrounded.
Yeah,
Listen to me.
For saying that.
Listen to me, family. Get yourself prepared. I'm telling you, they're setting us up. And then they're telling people, and let me say this, so you know, because I don't, you know, the FBI and the CIA and all, I don't need y'all in my business. I don't carry guns. I don't need to. I got the best security that money cannot buy, and y'all know that by now. But anyway,
say something.
Family, let me tell you this. They're telling everybody to turn in your guns. Turn in your guns. They want to be the only ones holding. Don't fall for it. You have to be able to defend yourself. Do you understand? We are being blocked. We're being surrounded by all of our enemies, not just one or two of them, all of them. And the target is always going to be Black people. All of them going to band together to come against us. Now, I'm telling you, I hope y'all heed the warning. That's all I got to say.
Can I read something very important?
Well, go ahead, Reb. Go ahead. Hurry up. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want you guys to understand, because we're talking about voting, and voting is very important. I want y'all to know how they voted. But in 18 different districts, lawmakers, state reps have voted on bills like this: repeal and the apparent notice of abortion, passed in the House by the governor; to remove the rights of protection to refuse participation in medical procedures like COVID-19 pandemic, that became law; to require sex ed in kindergarten to include teaching LGBTQ definition and masturbation, became law; create all gender multiple occupancy public bathrooms, passed House; introduce fifth graders to sex STEAM, that became law; put tampons in boys' bathrooms in the public schools, that became law. I got this right now of lawmakers that passed it. So this is what they care. Now, I don't know what plan they got with the immigrants when it comes to this, but this is the stuff that's going on in the schools. That's why we need to be in the schools. We see what's going on in our communities. Ain't no need to talk about that. But this is where the fight is. So it's time to organize. I'm on here. I want to scream organize. Because we all on here. There's a good number of people on here.
But my dear brother,
I just want
to speak to what the brother just said. My dear brother, what you just talked about, we've been fighting this. We've been fighting this for the last year and a half. We've been going around the city trying to make our people aware of this law that Priska signed into law in 2022. So you're absolutely right, and we've been on it. And I just also want to add, a revolution has never been started by 100 people. Never. That's right. Look at history. Look at history. You are the revolutionary as an individual. When you see something that is not right, you can become the revolutionary and fight against it. Make yourself a committee of one. So what you're saying and what we're talking about tonight, we've been doing this for the last 2 months. And we have been successful in a few ways. And we're continuing to organize. So, we didn't just start this, and I'm glad more people on the call. Brother, I welcome whatever you're saying, and join with us and organize in your community. Wherever you are, organize.
Okay.
On your block.
Monique, go ahead,
organizing.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
I'm here.
Monique Scott, come on, say something real quick. What's it looking like out there now? Where you at? What is it looking like?
It's still looking the same. The police, they were sitting in their car, and they think, they just pulled off. But it's sad that, the first time they came out here, they told them to leave. They left, turned right back around to come back. So it's something fishy going on out here. They're covering a lot of stuff up. Anybody can call and act like the landlord there. Ain't nobody get a hold of nobody. If the landlord is a property manager, you got to understand. I could call in and say I'm the property manager's wife and tell them I want them out my building. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking to nobody. It's all he say, she say.
And
it's a cover up, Monique.
Listen.
It's a cover
Monique, I'm not trusting none of those fishy politicians. They word is no good with
that's
me.
right.
Period.
That's right.
That's why we should understand that. That's why we should understand that they're working with.
Natasha.
I don't like to frame over people.
When he
that's why
tell
we should understand that That's why we should understand that they're working with these people. They're working together.
So to put something right.
So these people did not cross over the border by themselves.
Right. That's right.
We know that. We know that.
The United States is behind it. That's a given, Natasha.
We have to hold
what I need you to do, Natasha.
We have to not just focus on election day.
Right.
We have to focus on when they're in office now.
Yes.
Because typically what happens is we focus on voting and we drop the ball once they're elected. And that's why we're in these situations as well. So today, when we talk about organizing is just not just going to talk to the alderman. It's about a lot of different moving pieces happening at one time. Going to City Hall at the same time you're talking to the alderman. It's also bringing loads of people. You have to have bodies.
Well, Natasha, check this out. You need to get them loads of people. Get them loads of people. Get them loads of people. That's all. Just get them loads of people. You know what I'm saying? We already know we need bodies, but I'm just saying we can't keep repeating the same thing. We know we need people, but the whole thing, you have people that's active, but you have people that's active, and we're not even willing to work with the people that's active. That's the sad part.
Ladies. So the point I'm trying to make, and I wasn't finished with what I'm going to say. I don't like to talk over people. The point is this. The point is this, that we've been organizing. That's what I'm saying. We've been doing these things. But what happens is there's people who are not in the loop and they don't know what's going on. So that's why we use these platforms like this. We've been on national TV. We've been in, on syndications or on local syndications. We've been all over just trying to do multiple things at one time. So it's very good to see that people who are on this line right now and who are listening can understand that this work that's been happening, right? Mm-hmm. And to get involved and to make sure that they're connecting with people like us and others and organizing in their neighborhoods to talk to their elected officials. That is what I'm saying.
No, don't talk to them. We don't want to talk to them. No, Natasha, we're not talking to elected officials. We are telling them what they are going to do. We're not talking to them.
Thing, Mama Dora.
No, it's not. It is not. You're telling them what you want them to do. That is the problem. It is not.
I never did get a chance to finish my.
I am not being nice to Desmond Yancey. I have nothing nice to say to him. I'm telling him what I'm going to do. And what he's going
talk
to
over
do.
people.
It's the same thing. We saying the same thing. But go ahead.
No, we're not.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't get I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't get a chance to finish. But I'm sorry, Martin. You wanted to.
Come on, sister. Come on. 54.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to interrupt.
Come on, sister. Come on, talk. Speak. Come on.
All right. I'll try to be quick. I know I'm being rushed here.
You're not being.
As far as what you guys have said.
Hold it. You're not being rushed. I'm the host. I'm telling you to come on. You keep paddling backwards. Let's move it. Come on with it. I'm sorry.
I just didn't want to be rude.
Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't want to be rude to anybody. But as I was saying about organizing, because when you asked if I was born and raised, and I was trying to finish. I have been organizing since I was a small kid, all the way up to this point. I've been at every town hall meeting. I'm a part of Chicago Teachers Union. I'm part of SEIU. I mean, I have been a part of a lot of things, and I have been.
Let it talk.
I wouldn't say all that. Say all that, but I just wanted to address. I have been out there. I know when I mentioned I was at the Stations of the Cross. This is one of the many things I've been at all across this city. When I said that, boycott the vote, I was not trying to poo-poo on anybody's voting. That is not what I was doing. I'm not saying to not go talk to any politicians. I'm not saying that at all either. But what I'm saying is that from all my years, I'm almost 50. Every time I go to all these meetings, ever since I was a little kid, going with my parents all the way up to this age, because I have not stop. I believe in being engaged and knowing what's going on, and I've been at one end of the city to another. Saying I've been out there, and I'm still out there, and I was forced to move out of Chicago. I did not want to. Yeah, politics does affect our way of life. I'm not saying not to do anything, but what I'm saying is that when we get in front of people, I don't want to say how they see us, but it's always come and we ain't talking about nothing. So I believe in the power of withholding our service, holding whatever people want from us. That's the only why I mentioned boycotting a vote. Like I mentioned, boycotting a service, because people don't listen to us until we take away our dollars and we take away our time. Then all of a sudden, all those people who've been at their offices and all those people who've been downtown, and all it took was a small group of people to say, we're not giving you our money, we're not giving you our vote or our time. Just like people say, don't vote for the Democratic Party, and now all of a sudden there's all this attention to it, and they want to do all this other stuff. When we talk about we want to pull something, people want to get our attention. So I'm not saying don't gather in numbers in front of offices, but I'm just saying if you're going to do that, you have to talk about something effective. Like and you don't have to, I don't want anyone to take my word for it or just mention one thing that I saw. I went to a lot of these town hall meetings just in the past year alone. Someone stood up and talked about voting Democrat. Someone stood up and talked about voting Republican. But no one really talked about the conditions of the community, no matter who is in office. And we're not going to vote for anybody until about us. And no one stood up and said that. Yeah, I always try to. No, I always try to. Yeah, when I go to these town hall meetings, when I go to these town hall meetings, this is something that really pisses me off. When I go to these town hall meetings, almost like it's designed to hear what people who want to talk about the community have to say. It's like every time somebody gets up, they're talking about something that the politicians want to talk about or the businesses want to talk about. Don't nobody want to talk about all the broken glass and abandoned buildings throughout the community. They want to talk about we're not walking up in these dirty stores in our neighborhood until y'all fix them.
Well, sister,
like talking about we ain't voting for no. That just makes me so mad.
You said you with CPU, right? You remember CPU?
Hold on, 872. 872, turn your thing down. Put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute. That's 872. That was 872. Go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry. The echo. Go ahead.
So you say that you were part of the CPU, right?
That's my job. I mean, that's a part of. I have two jobs. Part of a union.
Are you a member or affiliated right now in the body of Chicago Teaching Union?
I teach
right now. You teach. So you go to all the city council meetings, and you're always there, and you always see somebody get up to say somebody.
I did not say I have a job. I'm not always there. No, it's okay. I'm not always there.
But you've been into enough of them. You've been to enough of them.
Yeah. I have my share.
To see some jump up Democrat, some jump up Republican. Now, last time I was there, I was just there. I was trying to speak. I didn't even get to the chambers because I seen how they do what they do. But you've been in the chambers, right?
Only got in twice.
People stand up and speak, right?
In twice.
Come on, Red.
Out of all my years, twice.
Let me ask you a question. Would you ever speak against the whole program? Because CCU got a problem.
I do not hold my tongue.
What's going on in
I do not hold my tongue.
Right? So
I have not hold my tongue
against the machine.
I don't hold my tongue. I'm not like I just told you. For anybody talk about my political views, I don't do that. Never been that route.
Never got up and spoke out of what you're saying.
Have got up and spoke, but have I been able to get up and speak time and time again? No, because every time I try to get up and speak, like I'm trying to speak now, there are always different conversations. Not everybody who has something to say about us has to stand up and speak. Unless you're talking about what they're trying to hear, then they let you keep going.
Okay, how concrete?
I've had more than my share.
Hold it, Rap. Hold it, man. 8119. Come on. 8119. Come on, hold it. Yeah, this is I'm trying to calm it down. 8119. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this Michael Youngbay.
Okay, come
I'm
on,
just
talk, bro.
listening right now. I know that it's like they are getting back and forth. But I agree with what Erica was saying earlier. You know, this a plot against us, and the issues I hear or the suggestions that I hear, like we're saying, boycott our vote. But we boycott our vote, then there's still somebody getting in there that we don't want to. Because just because we don't vote, somebody gonna vote and put them in, or they're gonna continue to be in. We need candidates. We need candidates that are ready to take them positions in these wards. And they need to be out front right now. You know, we can't keep talking about this and letting time go by, because if you look at what's going on, they countering everything that we saying. Because I've been down in City Hall a lot, probably more than anybody on this phone last year. You know, besides Mr. Blakemore, you know, I done been down there a lot with every meeting. It don't matter what kind of meeting it is, where it ain't nothing but me and Mr. Blakemore in there. So they is countering the things that we saying is we want to do or we want to see resolved or whatever. They're countering these things, whether it's with the migrant issue, whether it's with the homeless issue, whether it's with the tax issues, whether it's with what. It don't matter what it is. They are countering, and the mayor, if you listen to what he's saying, he's basically speaking out these things. Like he said, for example, I got to work on reparations and this and that. But if you was going down there like me, then you would know that he's lying. They ain't been working on no reparations as far as our people and things like that. He's going off. They watching. Just like they gonna listen to this recording. They watching what the people is doing. They watching very closely of what we're doing, what we're talking about, etc. You know, and nobody doing no investigations really on certain claims. People not doing investigation, they just going out saying certain things. Like, for example, the big thing, the mayor having panic attacks. Ain't nobody got no investigation or no fact on that. And I was down there when head of COPA said that. I was right there when he put that room out there. You see, we don't know that for a fact. We have to be involved. We got to be to the streets. We have to move quickly, because they are steps ahead of us. And they countering what's being said. And you know, I'll step out there as a candidate, but I right now I'm not in that situation. And not just that, we don't have the people support. We really don't. And that's why they doing the things they doing.
Michael, I'm glad you said that. I was just about to ask you, do you want to run for a position? I think you're the perfect person.
I even run against the person I had to choke in self-defense, Greg Mitchell. Y'all get behind me. I know what's happening. I've been knowing for years, but I know that when I have the security, I know that's why Mr. Blakemore come at me and talk about, you ain't filed charges and this and that because the police crooked. I got to protect myself against the police. It's just me.
I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. We gonna talk. I'm gonna call you.
I'm the only young man that's been down there raising hell, fighting for reparations, etc. And I'm homeless, and every law and benefits that they giving them migrants, me and my family couldn't get even before they start coming over here like that. I know how the court system. I don't record the court system and things and etc. On how they do our people with this eviction and things like that. I know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I just been keep trying to be humble about certain things, you know, because I have to think about my child and my wife.
Sorry to hear that.
That court order.
I'm gonna call you, brother.
Sorry to hear that. I really am. Okay. It's a shame that there was probably so many black people that are in following that paperwork, not saying nothing when they see something wrong. So I'm so
we keep saying, our people. I don't mean to cut nobody off, but our people keep saying this Republican Democrat thing. Oh, this Republican, and like Sister Trust said in that little press conference they had or whatever they want to call it. But you know, it is what it is. But she say birds are the same, the wings are the same bird. There's something going on that I can put out there right now that I know will cost me my life, probably. Mm-hmm. I'm not excuse the language but I'm not BSing or nothing. I'm serious. To show that they all behind this stuff, and that they all of them even down in Texas. All that stuff is a show. That's why I name my stuff More Real News, because I'll give y'all the real.
Oh yeah,
I'll give y'all the real. And I'm talking, and I ain't talking about no hearsay. I'm going by experience, things I know. Just like I was in when they had the Israeli thing and stuff down there. I was in the chambers down there. Me and Mr. Blakemore, when they were setting it all up. I mean, when they were putting the tags on the chairs for where people to sit, etc. I think the so-called house brothers, I don't want to call them niggas, but hey, y'all call them what y'all want. But I saw them politicking with the so-called Jews, etc. I spoke on that stuff. I see what happened, what's going on down there. Like I told that mayor, I just ain't showed out yet. I know what's happening. I try to put some things out there or whatever with this wordplay on our people. I know.
You know what, brother? We were on here talking about how they're seizing these properties, right? And as I said, our Moorish brothers and sisters, they've been on top of that. And guess what? It's time to get on top of it and stay on top of it. You should not be homeless. You should not be homeless. If they're allowing them to just go break in buildings and set up in there, move the furniture, the stove, the refrigerator, get the lights cut on and all of that, guess what? We're going to do that for all of our people. They're not going to keep taking our tax dollars, using them on people that broke into the country while you're suffering, while our people out here sleeping on the ground. Enough is enough. And we're putting them on notice. We don't see, when we come on Martin's show, we saying what we want them to know. You understand?
That's right.
I know they gonna start scrambling. I know they already did. They just sent the police out to the building that we're talking about. They're watching. Yeah. And guess what? We want them to know we're coming. We want everybody to know it's over with. It's the things that they used to do. It will not be done no more. I mean, yeah, it's going to take some time for us to get it all the way right. But the thing, if it wasn't for the resistance that we're putting up, brother, they would have done much more than what they're doing now. Trust and believe that. So people want to always try and minimize. People want to minimize what we're doing and things like that. But if we had not put up the resistance that we have been putting up, they would have been crushed us.
They're illegal aliens. They're not saying they're illegal aliens. When they get on the news, they say that they are sanctuary. If you notice, all our politicians have not used those words illegal aliens because they know if they do,
they say it's
going to rise on the people. I'm just saying the first step would be to get them to admit crossing over illegally, and they're not doing that. They're all saying sanctuary. The first step is for someone to get lawyers together to prove that they are coming over here illegally. Now, they say they're protected under the law.
Yeah,
can I say this last thing?
Yeah, we're about to end. Go ahead, sister.
Okay, I just want to say this last thing. You know, we always hear the people, what they call the conspiracy theorists, you know, talking about that it's going to be an alien invasion from space. You know, they talk about Project Bluebeam and all of that. Well, I want to let y'all know, this is your alien invasion right here. You've been looking for little gray men and little green men. No, this is your alien invasion right here. Wake up. Because when something descends from that sky, it will not be aliens. It will be people that look just like you, and when they descend, they're coming to handle business.
Right now, we're the church because we're the ones.
A little later on.
Zero.
We're the ones. We're the ones who
sister.
calling the big jerks because we're calling them illegal immigrants. They're saying that we're the jerks because we're turning away sanctuary people. So every time a black person or a group of black people stand up, we're standing up against or seeking sanctuary. So we look like the jerks because they're not saying they're illegal immigrants. He did. There's some politicians who are saying illegal immigrants, but every time black people get in front of these cameras that I see on the news and I see out here in the streets, they're looking like the big old jerks because they're standing against people seeking sanctuary. These poor people, all of them, and I seen them up in 87th Street. There was at least of them, and I took a video. I don't even know what they were doing on 87th Street right off the damn ride. They was just standing there in front of Home Depot.
Okay,
I'm saying that there's.
Hold on, sister.
They were not admitting they were legal aliens. Maybe they're not. Saying that the first step would be to admit why they are here. Not all of them are sanctuary, but they're not.
Well, you know what, sister? I'm gonna tell you this. We don't care what they're saying. We speak the truth, and the truth is always going. Listen to what I'm saying. The truth is always going to offend the liar. You understand? So we're calling it what it is. This is what. But listen to what I'm saying. We call them illegal economic immigrants. Economic immigration is illegal anyways. And then the first act that they committed that was illegal was coming across that border. You understand?
I totally agree. I'm just saying that getting them to admit it is the first step.
Yeah, but I don't care if they don't admit it. It don't make a difference. We know that what they did not go through. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to this. They did not go through the immigration naturalization process. If they did not submit to that process, they are illegal. I don't give a damn what them aldermen say. I don't give a damn what Brandon Johnson say. I don't give a shit what J.B. Pritzker say. Don't give a damn what Joe Biden say. The Supreme Court, I don't care about none of them. Now the Supreme Court told Abbott that he needs to take the razor wire down, right? But y'all recognize this. They got razor wire around the prison. Why you don't take that down? If you so worried about people being injured by, why do you have it around the prison? But you won't put it at the border.
And shame the devil.
Man, y'all better stop playing. This is a national security threat. And it is compromising all of our safety. So we cannot, I don't care what lie they tell. That's what devils are going to do, and we're here to correct them.
All right. We're going to leave it right there. We're going to leave it right there. Zero.
All right, Brother Martin.
Right leave it on there. I'm sorry, Marcus. I was trying to bring you in 0152. You got something to say real quick because I've got to close it out. 0152.
Basically.
Go ahead, Marcus.
We got to come together. What I was trying to say, people were talking about not going to City Hall. There's a way to get there. But the problem is you all announce that you're coming, and they make preparations to put people who already work there. It's a stunt that they use, but there is a way to get in there. You just got to get there early and get up there. And don't appear to the police like you're a threat to them and walk right in there.
Don't announce you're coming.
Fill up them seats. Because I've been to City Hall, and now I can get in there because I'm pressed. But
don't announce you're coming.
You all got to develop a different type of strategy of getting in there. You can fill up them seats. If you get the right amount of people, you can make the police work. That's our building. Mm-hmm. City Hall is our building. And if you have to stand, you can get up in there.
Okay, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Doris, Erica, all the rest of you guys, Marcus, Sarge, everybody. I can't remember all you guys' name. Monique Scott.
Thank you so Martin.
Much. Thank you guys so much for
no problem. You're welcome.
Thank you, Monique. Keep an eye on it. Keep us informed. Keep putting the videos out.
Thank you, Sister Monique.
Yep, keep putting them videos out.
But if y'all not following the page, please follow Monique Scott. I'm gonna keep y'all updated with everything that's going on.
Okay, we got you. We got you, sister.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, and unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. All right.